So we've all been brainwashed by the media, by our peers, by our parents, by our mentors, teachers, to achieve this thing called success. And no one ever defines success for us, right? You could look up the definition of it in a dictionary. That would do large injustice to you. Because success is really a random, arbitrary thing. If you think about words, what are words? They're meanings of association. They're just ideas, thoughts that we learn to attach to a concept that's different in everybody's eyes. If you're going to achieve something, you must have a firm grasp on what exactly that is. So what is success? That's the first step. So let me give you my definition. Success is not money. It is not clothes. It is not cars. It is not materialistic items. Those are simply rewards of habits of successful people. Success is the magnitude of the beneficial footprint that you leave on society. How many people do you have an effect on, and what type of impact do you have? So a man who makes a lot of money but neglects his children, who neglects his family, who neglects his peers, has a very limited impact on especially those who matter most. And so his success level is far diminished from what he could be. It's far diminished from someone who has achieved a lot but had a major impact in forming their children, in shaping their peers, in shaping their spouse. So success is really the idea of the magnitude of your effect, how large it is, and the type of effect, how positive it is. So why do we look up to people? We look up to certain people who have achieved a certain realm. And usually it's in a profession that's a mere focus of what you have your eyes on, right? So if you like sports, you view athletes as being successful, the pinnacle of success. And so they're concepts. They're ideas relative to you. And my offering to you, to open your eyes up to what success is in your realm by looking inward, not outward. From the biases of the media, from your parents, from your peers, from your teachers, who are all trying to shape you in a way to live their definitions, their perspectives, what they intend their life to have looked like, as this crystal staircase, as if they were molding you to live in their shoes, because you are young and have future, and they are merely caught up in their way. And so they think that that time has passed, that they no longer have the ability, the resources to be able to achieve that level. So they try to influence you into their way, whether that's to force you to go to certain educational realms, open your eyes to what you want, to what you are to achieve, to establish where you are right now, and to create a plan of action to lead you in that direction of success. And if you're good at something, you don't need people to tell you that you're good at it. It just emanates off as energy, this feeling that we are inspired by. And we're inspired by people who lead by example, not who tell us what to do, but who rather show us the path. How do you get a horse to drink water? You don't take a horse's head and shove it down there, right? You drink, the horse sees how vibrant and healthy you are and how you're not thirsty anymore. And so it drinks because it wants to follow. And you can take or leave my definition for how you want it. And that's the point. The idea is for you to create your own definition, for you to draw up your own experience. Take advice that you hear in and internalize it within. Look within yourself, right? So you might find this useful, so adopt it towards your own. And the reason why my definition is the way it is because of my experiences. So I gauge society. I look at it and I try to see who society idolizes, who we glorify, we as people. Michael Jordan, for instance, many people think he's successful. Oprah is successful. Bill Gates. When you look at it at one layer, it's that they're the best in their profession, best at a particular craft. But when you look at it really deep and you understand why are they successful, it's not because they have money or power. There are a lot of people who have money and power who you've never heard of, and you may not think they're successful. They have millions of people drawn to them based on this impact, emanating energy that, wow, she did this. She created this empire out of nothing. She is an inspiration. She could do it. I can do it. With hard work and focus and consistency and pouring my heart and soul into something that I can really look up to her in a way because she's speaking out to me. That's success. How beneficial is that effect on you? But it starts with your inner circle. A deadbeat father is not a success in my eyes, no matter how much wealth he accumulates, because there is not a day that goes by in that man's life that he doesn't really reflect and think, and it eats at his soul that he wasn't there for his child. Your inner circle is the most important, and then you grow and expand from there. And so the idea is for you to create your own experience in terms of you looking internally within. And so when your parents give you advice and tell you paths to lead down, roads to go down, or your peers are influencing you, let me leave it like this. Your parents, mentors, and teachers are older, are wiser, regardless of what you think, that they may not understand you. They have a lot more experience under their belt. For instance, if you're 20 years old and your parents are 40, they have double the life that you have in terms of living, experiencing things that you've never experienced. They were your age once. They had urges like you did, right? So they understand that hard work is important, but it's important to focus that hard work on where your heart is telling you to go. That's the important part, which your parents really do not know unless you've had deep conversations and communicated with them back and forth on this. But if you felt a lack of expression or your parents weren't apt to listening to you in terms of your heart, then there's going to be a disconnect there, right? So my offering to you is this. Take certain people's values over others. Internalize it. Always look within yourself, within your heart, within your soul about what that wants. If you want to be a doctor and you really visualize that, that's where you want to be, you bet your butt you need to go to medical school to get that degree. Right? But there are certain things that maybe you do want to be. You envision yourself as this business owner. You have to really look and analyze, is this education, this degree, is it going to be important to my goals and my happiness? Now, sometimes you have to go through pain to become who you want to be. You have to go through pain to get there. But there's good pain and there's bad pain. There's bad pain that eats at your soul if that's not what you wanted. There's good pain if you're going to get a reward from it that you want. And that's the important distinguishing factor that you have to have. So you always need to analyze it as to who you want to be, where you are right now, and what path you have to take to get there.